We had a meeting last week with one of our largest election installations, and the purpose of the meeting was that they recently approved the RFID module that we've added to our solution, and we're in the process of looking at their facility and designing the system to capture all the assets as they pass through what would be represented as choke points, which are basically doorways or thresholds where the assets are forced to pass through. And we can place antennas in those areas to make sure that we're reading the tags as they come within range. And as usual, we brought various sizes and shapes of RFID tags to test with their assets in their environment with the various antenna configurations we were trying. So we're working with them on finding the proper placement for the tags on the assets, running it through an antenna field that we set up with some temporary mounts, and started looking at the results of the read ability based on the placement of the tags and the placement of the antennas. A secondary reason for the visit is that they are being moved to a larger facility. So part of the visit was to also then drive from the current facility to the new facility and start mapping out how the RFID technology and all of our system modules would be operated in that space. So we're going from the current location, which has thresholds that represent a perfect scenario for putting RFID antennas and coverage to capture all assets, to a new building that is 3 times the size and just an open space with wide open flooring and 4 walls. So the challenge there is there's no threshold points. There's no structure within the 4 walls at all. It's just a big open space. So we started looking at possibly putting in fencing to create thresholds, but in the end it finally came down to the idea of putting a reader at every doorway that they plan to use for bringing the equipment back.